Today is Monday the 8th of August 2011, and we're here to take a message from Jason in relation to the crop circle pattern laid down on the 29th of July at West Woodhay down near Inkpen, Wiltshire, which is a shape that looks rather like a very large serpent. And this is a very large pattern. And so I will pass this across to Carolyn to take the message from Jason.
Thank you, Jason. First of all, I wanted to know if this was a pattern that you and your friends had placed in the crops. And he's saying yes to that. And then I want your input as to the meaning of it, please. And what Jason is saying, usually when we lay down signs in the crops, they are usually based upon encouragement. As you know, what we place in the crop circles usually reside in humanity's consciousness, sometimes below the surface of their mental understanding, but nevertheless they pick up the meaning of the work if they are attuned to it. Understand there are many who will not even notice the crop circles as they go about their daily lives. But for those who are attuned to it, they pick up the emotion that is associated with the crop circle. What we place in the crops is a visual sign. And that visual sign carries an emotional signature. And it is that emotional signature that registers deeply in the human psyche. Yes, the sign itself, the configuration, is like a doorway that opens up to the interior aspect of human emotion. And as we said, most of the time what we give to humanity are words of encouragement, are words that there is balance to be attained in the world. And so many of our past configurations have been ones of encouragement, of balance, of, you might say, keeping the hand steady on the rudder of life, that everything will come to pass, and it will come to pass in a unified, balanced manner eventually. There might be moments when the ship of state or the personal ships of endeavor will seem shaky, but in the long run, they will balance out because that is what is in store and meant for humanity. This configuration is a little different. This configuration represents one of warning. And yes, there is a certain amount of, you might say, direness surrounding this configuration. It is a sign of warning, as we said, but not warning in the sense that there is no response, no answer, no positive outcome that can come from this. So it is a warning, but it is also a soothing message in the sense that the warning is given so that it might be acted upon and humanity come through this difficult time, ending the struggle in balance. Now that might sound like a long and complicated message, but the higher understanding of the individual recognizes this. And what we are here to say in words to describe the picture that we are discussing is you are entering a time of what you might say is a valley of the dark. And we mean, when we say dark, a valley of shadows. These shadows are being flushed out in world events, in personal events, in financial events, and they are all being foretold in the skies, in what one might say is the astrological tone of the heavens. And so for those who are interested in astrology, they will note that this particular month is a difficult month in general. And even if you are not attuned to astrological concepts, you might notice that there is a stepping up in the world of struggle, of confrontation, of those who are very much concerned about their own financial stability, about political stability, about those who even whisper aggression by way of their power being placed upon other countries. So there are many threads to this, many elements this month. But understand, it is just the beginning. And so this crop circle, where it is one of warning, it also carries the message that if one pays attention to their intuition and they pick up on the aspect of this being a warning, their higher self, their higher guidance is placed on notice, you might say. And if they are attuned to that, they will work upon those themes, upon those threads, upon those thoughts that bring forth stability for the individual and for their household. Understand that no matter what happens in the world, there can be peace found within the soul, within the individual's household, within, we're discussing here, family and relationships, friends, and yes, even what might be considered enemies. This is the moment of recognition, and it is the moment of action if one will pay attention to the promptings of their higher self. And we speak here of that friend that you consider your soul. So it is.